What is going on, everybody? Frady Cat Gaming here, back with another video. Just a news video today. We are going to take a look at upcoming news for this week. Nothing too crazy. We kind of knew it was coming, but figured we'd go over it. Especially, I want to give some tips to a new account or free-to-play account. This is more like why I wanted to do this video, yeah? Because we all do a little news video, but let's put a little perspective on it, right? So first thing, we do have the new vision card, Little Heroes, Big Dreams, coming out. That is Vinera's new vision card. So we definitely want this for her and those Riku teams. It's a spear, bow, dagger, ninja blade, mace, equipable main job VC. It's giving that luck up and area attack resistance up. Luck up has been the missing piece for Vinera specifically. Earth teams have pretty much had a very good evasion archetype for a very long time. Earth Evade was kind of a staple for those evade teams. So the only evasion, or rather, the only luck vision card available for rainbow teams really was Secrets of the Heart, which was a year 1 VC giving 35 luck up. This card will give 42 luck up. So we'll have a new luck main slot card that will work for both Riku and Vinera together, so really solidifying that team. We're also getting an attack and agility up bestowed effect for the equipped unit. And then also for Mashiri Queen of Horn or Vinera Horn, they will also get area attack resistance piercing rate up and max HP up if they are wearing the card. Another nice thing is that the vision mastery for this card is for duels, and it gives evasion +2 and initial AP +2. So giving just a little more evasion, which is, it's nice. It's nothing crazy, but every little bit helps, right? All right, so of course we're going to have a bingo board for those challenge missions to get more shards. So definitely do that so you can maximize your shard gain. And then, of course, in the Whimsy shop, or in the general shop generally, you will be guaranteed to have vision shards appear every time the shop refreshes. So if you need to buy some vision card shards with Visior, you can go into the shop and you'll always have a chance to get some. Then we have Character Quest 2 will be added for Helena the Black Rose. And then Character Quest 3 will be added for Rain and Glaciella Flagbearer of Reform. I'm not going to go over those upgrades right now, but they should update them a little bit. Helena of the Black Rose being young Helena, I believe. And so hopefully giving her a little more survivability or just viability. She hasn't been really used much recently with all of the new units coming out. And then Rain could be good. Rain could have some interesting play, especially for a more free-to-play account. He is a year 1 unit. He is a free-to-get unit. Many of us may not have him built yet for our free-to-play accounts. I don't think I have him on this account. But he could be good, especially with a lot of the great sword teams coming in. He is a magic tank, and he got buffed to some of his HP and different things like that. So he might just be better at tanking magic. Although there seems to be a lot of resistance piercing or spirit piercing through either VCs or unit kits like X-Death. So I don't know. We might have to play around with that and see if that gives us a nice unit to use with the new King Monk coming out. Yeah, so that is that. Then we have New Year's 2025 Part 2 campaigns. This is our daily login bonus, so we will get, of course, shards with the new vision card. We're going to get some burst core, some amnesia dew ×10, which is nice. So amnesia dew, if you don't know, that allows you to reset your Esper boards without using Viz to do so. So that's a nice way to kind of respec your Espers if you ever need to. Some Orbs of Envisionment, some King Armor pots, of course Visior throughout the week, King Burst pots, some Magicite, which is great for our free-to-play accounts because Magicite can be hard to get a hold of. And then we have more Growth Eggs, also great. We're trying to level our Vision cards, and there's a lot to do with those. Nice. And so altogether, we're getting 300 viz per day. So we're getting a total of 2,100 viz this week. So hold on to that. Save up for those banners coming up with some of the collaborations. And then we have triple up guild medals. So if you belong to a guild, which if you don't, you should join a guild. Speaking of, I'm just gonna do a little guild plug. I recently made a new guild for my free-to-play account. I created it. It is open to anybody to join. It is starting from the beginning. I understand that a lot of people may have just joined a random guild and they're probably further along. That is great. Probably the smarter thing to do. But if you want to be casual in the game and you want to kind of just see a guild build from the bottom up, please join me. It's going to be super casual, super new player friendly. Yeah, I just thought it'd be a fun way to kind of like really get into like the beginning of the game, really starting from scratch. I will show the information on that later. The guild is called the Menagerie. But we'll go look at that screen in a little bit. Also, we have applicable quest JP and experience and item drop double up campaign. So this is for our story quests. So you'll be able to farm JP, experience, and item drops. We, as beginners, already have increased drop rates and things like that, I believe, for your first 2 weeks. At least that first week. This is the last day of my first week. So we're on day 7, I believe, of... or day 8. I think this is day 8. I think 1 week has passed of our brand new account. That's exciting. So we'll have to do a little check-in with that. Yes, and then there is a paid option for the Whimsy shop. Just like you have the guarantee in the general shop, you'll have a paid option for basically a little bit of a deal. You're going to get the 10 vision shards for 250 paid as opposed to 10 vision shards for 500 normal viz in the general shop. So if you want to put a little paid in there, that's good. Okay, next up. Final Fantasy X-2 Guild Raid. Now, if you're a new player, you might not know what this is. This happens every so often, usually around a collaboration, and not always. Basically, it's a nice little PvE mode for guilds. Basically, what we're doing is we're going in there, we're tag teaming bosses. Usually it is elemental based, so each boss will have a certain element, and the whole deal is you want to try to build up as much of a chain and basically bring the boss down as low as possible and defeat the boss. And it keeps refreshing and leveling up, so it gets progressively harder through time, and the rewards that you reap are even better over time. So if you're in a guild that is a little more established, they'll probably have like a chat to go over things, kind of coordinate and really try to like place themselves as high as possible. If you're something more casual, maybe just hit at it, try to get some points. Different guilds have different priorities in terms of these things. If you are a newer player, chances are you're not going to really have all the resources to kind of throw into this and get a super high score. So my suggestion for my new players, especially like this is a new account for me too. I'm in a brand new guild. I don't know that we'll really get anything done with this guild raid. But what I would suggest for new players is to just kind of maybe observe this time around. Do what you can to contribute to your guild with guild raid. Definitely communicate with them and ask them what their expectations are with guild raid. But maybe kind of at least get a sense of what it is, and that way next time it comes around, because it comes around periodically, you'll be a little more prepared and kind of know the things that you need to do, or the tools that you need to do, or kind of the preparation you need to do to participate in this, or maybe the right teams for you. So you can basically do 3 attempts per day, and there are usually 5 bosses. So maybe you have basically you want 3 really good elements that you can chain with, which I'm going to do another video on the most free-to-play friendly elements in terms of units and what is the easiest to build and the most rewarding for our free-to-play players. Yeah. So this just goes over some more details. Of course, your daily attempt is limited. And then after you defeat a raid boss, if you're the one who defeats it, you can still finish your attempt with the same party to fight another boss. Just so because you'll have leftover turns, it lets you basically finish out your turns on another boss. If you fail to defeat the boss, then your units used during that attempt will no longer be available. So it kind of works a little bit like Porcelain Tower, if you know what that is. And then our raid bosses are Dark Tetrasylphid, which is a wind element boss, Chocobo Eater, a dark element boss, and Dark Siren, a water element boss. So basically, if you go into these, you'd want to use an ice team against Dark Tetrasylphid, a light team against Chocobo Eater, and a lightning team against Dark Siren. Some effective strategies. Basically, you also want to try to slow down the boss as much as you can and speed your team up as much as you can so you can build as much of a chain as possible. And we're also working toward like getting our damage limit numbers up. So you want those damage limit cards. There's usually effects on the map as well that help with that, so you can build as much damage as possible. So certain bosses are immune to slow, certain bosses are immune to agility down and CT down. So basically the ones that are weak to slow, you want to slow them. The ones that can be agility down and CT down, you want to use that strategy for them. So you can build up as much of a chain as possible. Then we have group 2, which I'm not sure what the groups mean, why it's grouped like that. Usually it's just 5 bosses that you choose from, but I guess we'll see. Maybe I just didn't realize it's grouped this way. Anyway, the second group is LeBlanc, a light element, weak against slow, and Master Coral, lightning element, weak to slow. So you want to use dark element chain against LeBlanc, and earth element chain against Master Coral. Coral. I never know how to say that one. And then some of the map effects. Yeah. So you're gonna get damage limit up for all attack types. Slash attack gets another 10,000 up. Missile attack gets 7,000 up. Magic attack gets 7,000 up. So I think this is why it's grouped. It's in groups because the damage limit up is different for these. For these ones, magic and missile have a slightly lesser magic damage limit up than the group 1, where there's all it's missile, pierce, and slash that get that extra 10k damage limit up. Yeah, so that's also something you might want to consider. Is you might want to, for group 1, go into missile, pierce, and slash teams, and then map 2 you want to go into slash, missile, and magic teams. And on group 2, slash is definitely more the way to go. But it doesn't look like fist teams will be great there. And also just realize for chaining, magic units will only chain on the element. They will not chain on the attack itself, because only weapon attack types chain themselves, like slashing, piercing, missile. There's no like a magic attack chain, if that makes sense. Just the element. Okay, and then last but not least, Guild Arena. So this came out, I believe in December was the last time we did this, and that was the first time this came around. It was more of like a trial. This time it's back. Basically, instead of 3-man teams, you have 5-man teams, so 5v5. So take a little longer, but there is a chance to obtain the crafting recipe for Bejeweled Telescope, which was also last time. And then hopefully this time on my main account, I'll be able to get a +5 one of these. I think I have like a +3 or 4 right now. But definitely do this with what you can. With a free-to-play account, you might not be able to get very, very far, but definitely try to get as many of the recipes as you can. Any equipment that we can get right now is helpful. And then there are titles banked based on ranking and reaching the top spot. Yeah, so we have a mock period on the 20th, so Monday. And then Grand Arena main battle will start on Tuesday the 22nd and go until the 26th. And then you can refresh, I think, 3 times. It did say in here, but maybe it's down toward the bottom. So it just goes over the battle map. So we have Mountain Road 2, Map effects: sword, knight equipable main job, physical damage boost, and incoming physical damage reduction. Dagger equipable main job, unit area attack resistance up, and then fire, ice, wind, earth, lightning, water unit, strong element resistance down, weak element resistance up. So that's a new one. So I'm not 100% sure what that means. At first reading, what I think that means is basically the elements that they're naturally resistant against is gonna go down, and the ones that they're usually weak against is gonna go up. So it's basically gonna neutralize their innate elemental weaknesses and resistances. If I'm understanding it correctly, that's how it reads to me. So, like, for instance, a fire element unit is usually weak to water and strong to ice, but it seems like they're going to bring those to 0 to neutralize them, or flip them even. I don't know. That'll be interesting. We'll have to see what that means exactly. And then these are the titles for participating and the ranking that you get. Yeah. And then if you just play, you'll get up and coming grandeur. Okay. And then there's top 10 rankings, top 10 titles, top 100 titles, and top 500 titles. Yep. And then the bonus units. So Vinera Horn. If you've pulled her, she'll have a 100% multiplier. And then the free unit Thancred, which everyone should be building, will also have that 100% multiplier. So could be good to use. And for our free-to-play accounts, will be the better way to go. They give him a lot of accuracy, so it'll be easier to go into those Vinera teams. Although Vinera is also getting a big boost with that luck card, so we'll see. And these are the other bonuses. You could also go with the Y'shtola if you built Y'shtola, which could be nice as well. Nice. And then also vision card bonuses. So the Final Fantasy XIV new VCs, Legacies and Dawn Trail, and then Vinera's new VC, of course, are the big bonuses there. Yeah, and you can look at these on the arena screen when you get there. Other thing to note, it is a cost-limited format. So, now, I think I may have misspoken. Earlier I said that it was 5v5, but it looks like that's not the case this time. So they may have changed the format back to three units, but just cost limiting it. Interesting. So it'll be a cost limited this time. Now I don't know if that means, let's see. So in the Grand Arena, battles are automatically played out between parties set by other players and a party that you created. In order to take part in battles, arena orbs are required. In addition, various party formation requirements are set in the Grand Arena each time. Okay. So each time Grand Arena comes, a party formation requirement will be set. So last time it was 5v5. This time it's 270 cost. Cool. Okay, interesting. I just thought it was always going to be 5v5, but it will change. So basically what that means, if you haven't played before or you know what that means, each unit has a cost. For instance, Thancred is 100 cost, Vinera is 100 cost. A unit like Y'shtola is 50 cost. Yeah, so your UR units are usually as low as 70 cost and as high as 100 cost. And then anything under 70 is either an MR, SR, rare, or normal. So you can use any unit in any combination as long as it does not exceed 270 cost. So you could use 200 cost units and a 70 cost unit, which is a great way to go. Or you could use, and that allows you to still use 3 UR units. Or you could use 200 costs and then something lower. Yeah, as long as you're not using anything outside of that. So you have some flexibility. I mean, you could even use 100. You can use 100 cost, 90 cost, 80 cost. You can use 100 cost, 80 cost, 80 cost. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. So it's actually not too limiting. You can restore for free 2 times per day in the arena, Grand Arena battle period, battle thing. Just 2 free restores, yeah? So you'll be able to do up to 15 matches, I believe. No winning streak bonuses. Winning streaks are counted, but will not result in additional points. So basically, usually, let me just read here in case what I'm about to say is what it's going to say. Rates are not based on the difference in points between you and your selected opponent and will remain unchanged. Okay, so you don't get like a multiplier based on like how high rank the opponent is. So usually how you get points is by taking out your opponent and receiving the least amount of damage. So if you take out your opponent unscathed, you'll get the full amount of points. So you want to take as little as damage as possible, or be healed up by the time the battle stops. So maybe some regenerative abilities, definitely maybe want a healer in there, or just a tanky unit that can mitigate damage or stop damage from coming in. And then, of course, we get crafting recipes for Bejeweled Telescope. Then we'll also continue to receive Frost Medals and Water Medals for Veritas units. Rewards will be distributed based on total battles. The amount of Vizier and other rewards to be distributed will be determined based on ranking after the final Grand Arena ranking calculation. There are no daily rewards during the mock battle period. Okay, of course. Okay, just going over rewards and stuff like that. And then we have a free match update starting on Monday. The free match map will be updated. And it doesn't say what map that will be. Okay, so that is basically that. Just finishing off, I just wanted to show my guild. If you're interested in joining that, if you're a new player, or even if you just want to change and start from scratch, I don't know why you'd want to do that. We are called the Menagerie, so right there. We're 2 members strong at the moment. But yeah, just looking for anyone who's wanting to join and be part of just a super, super casual guild right now, just building up from the beginning. And then when Guild Raid starts, where it says Guild Battle, there'll be like a little tab that you can tab over, and then you can access the Guild Raid tab. And there will be that mock period to kind of test some builds. And even when you have the live event of Guild Raid, you will be able to basically do a trial run, so you can kind of test out your party, so you're not wasting your attempts. Yeah, so you can always kind of test, which is nice. Other than that, yeah, that was the news. This is my account. So basically, let's just do like a little look at my account after 1 week to see where we are. Let's go. So we've got a nice little roster of units. As you can see, we're still building. We're just a lot of lower rarity units. Here, let's filter by rarity. Yeah, a lot of rarity units. A lot of lower rarity units, rather. So all of these. Boom, 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 boom. I've, of course, been just focusing on the units that I got at 120. We picked up the Ziza for the bells. The Kilfei was one of my free summons. We're currently working on building up Yuna, Pain, and Thancred. If you pulled for Yuna, awesome. Build her up, but do not forget about Pain either. Pain is a free unit that you can still build for free. So go at least finish her bingo board. Get those free shards. And then Thancred as well. Make sure you're building him. That's a nice free unit to use. Just claim our mastery rewards there. Okay. Yeah, so make sure that you are doing that, right? So if you're not sure, go to challenges right here for the bingo board, and then you're gonna go. So scroll down here. I've already completed it, but you know, you just have to level her up, level her jobs, and you'll get a bunch of free vision shards, unit shards. So you want to make sure that you're doing that, and also same thing with Thancred. Okay, that is pretty much it for the video. Let's also take a look at my vision cards. So those are the units, right? Vision card wise, we built the Legacies vision card. We built the Dawn Trail vision card that are new. A lot of these came maxed out. We built YRP. and we use the free vision card tickets, unit shard tickets, the vision card shard tickets, to build up our Shinryu because it's really good for our Shurika and then X-Death coming out. And then we leveled up some of the free VCs that they gave us. Yeah, so that's kind of where we are. I have favorited a couple that I want to prioritize. Some of these you can level up through doing missions as well in the bingo boards. Yeah, but these are some of the ones that I flagged that I haven't fully leveled up yet. So that's what we're doing. We don't have a ton of vision cards maxed out, but we have a good amount. Some really good vision cards in there. And then espers, we're doing okay too. I haven't gone crazy with leveling them. We haven't awakened them at all. We've just kind of given them some levels to 50, so we still have to awaken them. So we're still kind of building our account in that way, but we're not doing too bad. We're getting there. It's like a slow grind, and that's the last thing I do want to say is that if you are a new player, please be patient with the game. It's going to take time for you to level up your account. You know, we're really trying to still build up our resources, so we're very limited in what we can do. So again, what I will say to that is build up, not out. Really focus your account. Try to be strategic with it. If you need suggestions or advice, please do not hesitate to reach out. Yeah, just be very intentional with what you want to build, because you are limited, and then eventually you'll be able to build everything up. Anyway, this has been the news video. I'm looking forward to the next week and then the weeks to come. Watch out for one of the next videos. We are going to do basically a what to expect and what to plan for as a free-to-play player. And then if you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing so you can stay up on all the latest videos. Join my Discord, and we will be streaming at least every Saturday night, and then tonight, if you're watching this, we'll be on Twitch later on, so you can swing by and hang out. All right, I'll see y'all later, and have a good one. Bye.